The Scary Haunted House. It was a Friday night when my girlfriend Teresa and I were driving in the woods so as to avoid the busy vehicles that drove on the highways. We were enjoying the drive in the woods until it started raining cats and dogs. It started raining heavily that I was unable to see what was on the road. I knew it would be unsafe for me to continue driving in such a heavy rain, so it was important for us to find shelter as soon as possible. Teresa spotted a house nearby. We decided to go and ask the resident for some shelter till the rain stopped. So I quickly pulled over the car and we rushed to the house. The house was looking really creepy as if nobody resided there for years. Anyways, I knocked the door asking if they could let us in, but there was no response. I just nonchalantly twisted the doorknob and realized that the door was unlocked. We entered the house and it was so dark inside. The only source of light there was the hallway light, which was not even that bright. So we took out our phones and turned on the flashlights. There were cobwebs all around the place and the floor was so dusty. The furniture was also torn. It was clear that nobody ever lived in the house for years. We were waiting for the rain to slow down, and that is when. Oh my god, Teresa, what the heck was that? I asked.
I have no idea. I think it came from upstairs.
This time we could hear the weeping of a woman, I guess. Teresa said,
We must go up and check who it is.
I told Teresa that it was a bad idea, but she forced me to come upstairs with her. We went upstairs, and we could see a dark hallway. I could even barely see anything there without the flashlight. That's when, all of a sudden, the temperature in the room started to drop so rapidly, I was feeling so cold. I started to doubt if something bad was going to happen. Suddenly, a photo fell in front of me on its own. At that moment, I was so terrified. I just wanted to leave. I could also see the fear in Teresa's eyes at that time. It was obvious that we had to leave the place at once, but things just got worse when something invisible grabbed Teresa by her hair and started dragging her to the nearby room. It quickly locked the door from inside. I started banging on the door. I kept trying to punch it and somehow try to break it. Teresa was screaming and crying inside the room. I was shouting from outside to let her out. I didn't know what to do, but somehow, 2 minutes or so, I finally broke in. And whatever I saw inside made my heart drop. There was some sort of a creature, which was definitely not a human, more like a demon. It was dressed in all black, sharp teeth, white eyes, and was just staring at me. Teresa was already petrified. She didn't even move a muscle. The demon never said anything, nor did he laugh or do any action. He was just standing there. Meanwhile, I'd seen something else. A woman was dressed in all white, black hair, and she was standing at the corner of the room. She was crying, and then I asked her, Who are you? What on earth do you want? Why are you troubling us like this? That is when, after listening to the demonic laughter, I felt like as if somebody stabbed my heart 1,000,000 times. I'd never felt so afraid for the first time in my life. I felt like as though this was the end of mine. Before she could turn around to look at us, I quickly carried Teresa on my back and I got the heck out of that place. We never spoke a single word until we got home. Finally, when we reached home, I took Teresa to the bed and she slept. Teresa was in a major trauma. It took months for her to get over it, but finally she did. Things started to get better after that. I have no idea, even to this day, that what did Teresa experience inside the room? What was the woman doing in the room? Why was she weeping? But I feel that asking Teresa will not be a good idea, and I don't want to do that either. But all I do know is that that house we entered that night was haunted and which was cursed by all evil spirits.